Man, are we live? We're live. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. My people, my people, my people, my people. I've been saying that for 12 years. My people, my people, my people, my people. I don't mean it in the Amber Rose way either. I mean, you're really my people. What's going on, y'all? What's cracking? We're back at it and we're doing it live right here. And wow, my goodness gracious. The title of today's show is You Can't Make This Ish Up. You can't make this ish up, man. You can't. It is what it is. You cannot make it up. It is what it is. And it's crazy. If you would have told me this was going to happen, the things that have happened over the last, week or so, you said, Tim, check this out, man. Someone's going to try to assassinate Trump. Yeah. And they're going to miss. And he's going to have a scratch. Then Joe Biden is going to drop out of the race. Then he's going to endorse Kamala. And then all the wagons will circle. Like immediately. This is what's going to happen. And nothing. It's like a mudslide coming down a hill. It's nothing anybody can do. It's just, you see it, you're there. You know, say you're bedridden and you just see, you're looking out your window and you just see the mudslide coming and you don't know to scream or not, because screaming really is to alert people to come help you. You can just watch the mudslide. Oh. As the mud approaches your door, I would gotta imagine, as you get older, as I've gotten older, I used to be paranoid, like, oh man, I hope I'm not sick. I hope this doesn't happen. Hope that doesn't happen. I don't know. As you get a little bit older, it's like, maybe it's okay. Maybe there's a better place to go. Come on, Mud, do your thing. Not going to fight it. And I can. I'm bedridden. No one's helping me. That's how I feel. Like I'm in the bed. I'm bedridden. The mud's coming. And why fight it? Why fight the mudslide? It don't need permission. It's happening whether you want it to happen or not. It's going to happen. It's happening. And I'm not talking about if she's gonna win or whatever. I'm not even there. Man, I'm just wrapping my head around what's happened up to this point. Have you wrapped your head around everything that's happened up to this point? I've been talking about Kamala for several years. It's like I've been talking into a void because no one heard me. And if those that did hear, unless they agreed, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless we were on the same page, they didn't say this guy's a hater. He hates black women. Yeah. So it's like, it's like, why? All I'm saying is we got to be careful, man. I got to be careful. I'm talking to myself. I got to be careful not to take this too serious because it's a mudslide and it's coming through the window. It's going to come take the whole house. And it is what it is. And I can't stop the mudslide. It is what it is. You go batty. You go loopy. Pointing and yelling at stuff, and no one can hear you. You're by yourself. At least it feels like you're by yourself. Do you realize everything that's transpired? Everything that's happened up to this point? Everything these parties have done to Americans. And No one cares. They don't care. You can make I can make a very solid point. Very solid point. Like, hey, dog, you realize the Democratic Party rigged not one election, not two elections, 3 elections in a row. They go, so? They're as happy as hell. Kamala could be president, man. I saw Roland Martin, 50-something, probably 55-year-old man, short and stout. He looked as happy as a fat kid in an ice cream factory left alone with the keys to everything. He was, yay, Stephen A. Let me tell you what I would do. I mean, all the ice cream, and Kamala's going to be, he was smiling. I'm like, why is Roland smiling so wide? What is this? What's so amazing? Why is this so great? I mean, I know he's an operative in a shield, but like, why is he so damn happy? A lot of people stand to make some money. There have been people that have been taking money from the Democratic Party up to this point. There are people who have gotten gigs. And this is their golden goose. I say, man, you know, you can't make this ish up. You can't make it up. It is what it is. The Democratic Party it ain't even about them. It's about the people, right? The people. Americans, pretty dumb. Nah, a whole lot of dumb. It's a whole lot of dumb in America. Like, really? I mean, it just is. You know? People get taken advantage of. They point at other people when they're getting taken advantage of. They don't hold people accountable for when they get taken advantage of. And they don't care to know the truth. There is nothing you and I can do about that. What we can do, though, is try to maintain sanity. And it's good to speak truth to power, but not to the point where you can't be around your family members. I was told their families not talking to each other right now because they're like torn up about these things. Someone's like, they need to keep Biden in. Someone's like, hey, Kamala's turn. And and then somebody's like, what about Trump? You imagine living under a roof with all these different political ideas and everybody's so invested in something that's not invested in them. I guess I just wanted to pull back for a minute and just say that shit, you know, because the emperor has no clothes. Emperor butt naked. The emperor knows they don't have clothes, but they think you think they do. That's the trick in this story. So everyone that's been selected by the Democratic Party, everyone who's been riding with Team Kamala, stand to make out on this if this thing works out for her. And it looks like, I mean, last report, Kamala Harris raised $80 million. That was like a record set. Now, don't clap. Don't clap. Shit's stupid. But what I do love about it is that's $10 million less than BLM raised in an entire year. And I've been having to hear about that for the last 4 years from Ben Shapiro. There was a Zoom call that 40,000, was it 40,000 black people, black women? It was by an organization called Black Women Win. And it was like 40,000 black women or something on it. At one time on one Zoom call. And they raised $1.5 million just amongst themselves. And somewhere I could hear Dr. Umar scream, ah! Ah! See, my people, that's why we can't. That's why we can't, my people. Do you see? That's why we can't. That's why we can't. That's why we can't build. That's why we can't build, my brothers and sisters. So now we can stop talking about BLM. Now you got to talk about the DNC and talk about Kamala's supporters who overnight raised over $1 million like in 8 hours. One Zoom call. Well, the Zoom call was 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 for the Zoom call, $80 million in 24 hours. I don't know, something crazy like that. I don't know. Shattered all previous records. Not bad for Willie Brown's former girlfriend on the side. Pretty good. Pretty good. Shit. Maybe everybody needs to be sad. Shit, that worked out for her. She played her cards right. Yeah, it is what it is. Look, man, I'm not here to delude you into thinking that I got answers to this. I'm just saying, man, it's pretty sad what's happening, though. Only if you're like, Dave Chappelle said the best in his one of his latest specials that not many people talked about. It was kind of different. He started talking about people with differently abled people with disabilities. So not a lot of people talked about this special because he didn't talk about trans people. So if he talked about trans people, then everybody talked about it. And he doesn't talk about trans people, no one talks about it. But he did say something else at the very end. He was saying, you're in someone's dream. And he was like describing these events and these situations. Like he says, I've done all these things and I'm just being myself. And very rarely am I not just being myself. And then every once in a while I think, wow, this is amazing. I'm living a dream. I'm living the thing I dreamt of doing, having a special, performing, and people coming out and being able to do it on this level. That's like a dream. And every once in a while I realize I'm in the dream that I was dreaming of. And he said, and other times I'll be at a club somewhere just chilling, being a little high, smoked a little weed. I'm in the corner by myself being shy. And I see some guy who no one knows. He's not a famous guy, but he's got a bottle at his table and he probably worked all week and he's popping that bottle with his friends and he's dancing on the, he's dancing with his shirt, he's enjoying it. And he sees me and I see him and he's the rock star, he's living the dream and I'm a person in his dream. It's his dream, it's his night. And I say, damn, man, that is a very healthy way of looking at life, Dave. That's what I thought when I saw it. I thought it was, well, that's a great way to look at it. And it's good to step back and look at people's lives and look at what they got going on and realize that it ain't about you. Like most of the time, it's not. We think it always is, but it's not. It's probably why I'm with Mrs. Black so long, because I'm able to do that sometime. I'll probably be even better if I could do it more often. I don't keep the toilet seat up more often, I know that. Actually, she likes it down. When I leave it up, she doesn't look. That's a problem. But that's everybody's different. What works. But the reason why this resonated with me tonight, guys, and the reason why it ties into what's happening with politics, because I do have a point here, and what's going on with Kamala Harris, is as I look around online and I see all these people very excited. I mean, bursting at the seams, very excited, hype about Kamala. They're in their own dream right now. They're in their own dream. You're not in their dream, but this is not a part of your dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is part of their dream. There are women that dream that women can do this thing. And this is a dream thing. This is, they're in their dream right now. And you are a non-playing character? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just a guy online. You're just a person, an avid. You're not in the dream. The dream is what Kamala's doing, and they see themselves able to, what this means for them, their daughters, some older people the opportunity to see that happen, to see a woman not only become vice president, but then become possibly president. I mean, something made the $80 million come in. Something made 44,000 black women come together on a moment's notice, less than a day's notice, on a Zoom call and raise $1.5 million amongst themselves. Some did that. So it's pretty powerful stuff. Somebody's living some kind of dream by doing that. I mean, something's happening here, and that's you gotta say. So I'm saying, I don't know how harsh I should really even be on this, because it's like these people. How can you tell somebody, nah? How am I tell them no? I mean, I'm telling the truth. When I talk about what Kamala did to the firefighters, she did that to shit to firefighters. The court said you have to let some prisoners go. And she said, nah. They said, well, they've served their time and it's overcrowded. It is a hazard. It's against the constitutional rights for you to keep them in these crowded, overcrowded prisons. And she said, I'm the attorney general, and we need to fight forest fires, and we're saving money. The inmates get to fight the fires. That saves our budget. So facts, it happened. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Oh, Tim, sometimes, people got to stay in jail. You know what I'm saying? Living the dream through Kamala. Enjoying it, basking in it. Living the dream. I don't care about that. So what, Tim? So there, I'm not lying. She really did this. I said, she talks about families. She's on this tour for SBA loans, doing this SBA thing. She was with D.L. Hughley and Steve Harvey, going to black cities across the country, trying to get them on the Biden-Harris train. Trying to get people to buy into the dream. We're going to do some SBA activity. We're going to give more money to the SBAs. Blah, 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 blah. Never did she ever say they're going to earmark some money for black small businesses. But they were going to black small businesses, going to black towns, talking to black people about black small businesses and how SBA going to have more money put in it if you just go with Biden-Harris. And people are living the dream. People are excited. They're in the dream. They're in the mode. They're like, this is what I'm talking about. My dog, this is it. That's what I'm talking about. So I look into it because, hey, I need money. I got a small business. I could really use it. I look into it and I'm like, there's nothing in here that says black people get anything. It's just more money going into a budget for everyone, including, and I mean everyone. Do I got to explain who everyone is? Everyone is everyone. And left to its own devices, that means we get hardly anything as black people. Because the national average, what we get in percentage out of the SBA loans in any given year, about 2% of the SBA loans. That's what we get. And there was nothing in that paperwork that says we're going to get more than the 2%. There's nothing in the plan that's going to guarantee black Americans exceed the 2% we've been getting. But nobody wants to hear that because they're living the dream. They're living the dream, Johnson, and it's beautiful and it's amazing. It's going to be great for our kids, little black girls, little Indian girls, little Asian girls, all types of girls. Hell, even little white girls can say, hey, if that black girl could do it, well, hell. And hey, man, look, we had our dream, right? Obama was our dream. We got to live our dream as black men. We got our dream. He's not like brothers I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up with brothers like that. I didn't grow up with anybody who went to Harvard Law School. Harvard Law Review. You know what I'm saying? I grew up lower middle class. trying to make it to middle class. You know what I'm saying? That's how I grew up. I grew up in a thrift store. I think I was born in a thrift store. We were shopping for Christmas in the thrift store. It was so normal to go to the thrift store that me and my mom would make the rounds at the thrift stores when they put the fresh stuff out. My mom had her own business cleaning up furniture, cleaning out people's. We had a route. We had a route. Check this out. We were like Fred Sanford without the house with the space for the junk. So my mom was a vendor. We go to neighborhoods on trash day, bulk trash day. And we knew the neighborhoods and we knew when the bulk trash was. So we go there. Yeah, we was doing this shit way before Gary V. Gary V goes to yard sales. We went to yard sales too, but that was easy. I mean, that was not the big wins. The big wins were when we went to other people's trash and dug through the stuff they threw out and tried to fix it up to sell it that weekend. You know, that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? It sucked when you went to someone's house and they had roaches or something, because then you had to spray it. We had to leave it in the yard, spray it down, leave it out for a day. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, not exactly the dream, but you know, that was real life. So I never grew up with anybody like Obama to really feel like Obama was my dream, or that was like living a dream watching Obama become president, because them wasn't the type of people I grew up with. In fact, dare I say, fam, and I think somebody in my comment section said this. If it's you, shout yourself out. It said, Tim, many black people don't want to admit it, but we probably got more in common with working class white folks than we do with tethers. And I guess he means people that are black who are not from America, who actually come from, you know, doing pretty well in the country that they were in, and then they come to America, and then, you know, they're already doing well, and they come over here, because most of the people that come over here on a plane had to have a lot of money to come here, because it's not cheap to fly to America. And that's like, you know what, that's true. But you can't tell us that. It's true. Some of us you could tell us that, but some of us you can't tell us that, because even if it's true. So the dream. They're living the dream. Right now they're living the dream. Be that as it may. I had my dream. You got your dream. Everyone has their dreams. And right now, there are a lot of women living their dream, and they don't care to hear any of this. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not everybody. It's not everybody. It's a lot of people that are very much awake. But I think it's also going to come down to like class in a way, because I noticed that there are people that are doing pretty well who have room for things to just look better. Get where I'm going? They can allow, they're cool. Things can just appear better. Things can be symbolically better for them, and that's good enough, man. As long as they ain't got the guy that's used to grab them by the coin purse, you know what I'm saying? As long as they ain't got that guy in there, they're pretty much okay. And if they can get somebody that went to an HBCU, I mean, not that you got to be black to go to HBCUs. I mean, there's a large percentage of people that are not black to go to HBCUs. And when I say black, I mean that very loosely. I mean, we start talking about black African Americans from America, black, that's different. But all types of people go to HBCUs. I mean, Rachel Dolezal went to an HBCU. The Backstreet Boys probably went to an HBCU. I mean, it's not, it's just a school. We were never segregated against white people. It was the other way. White people could always come to our cookouts. We were the ones who couldn't go to theirs. I know if you listen to Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens, you think it was another way, but they're living their own dreams, and their dreams is make as much money as possible, gaslighting people that don't know history. So people are living a dream through Kamala right now. And all I'm saying, we just got to let them live the dream. We got to let them do their thing. I'm not saying we're going to stop talking about it, but just recognize you're trying to talk to people that are in a dream. This is their dream right now. And I don't even want to be selfish. I don't even want to wake you up, because I heard if you wake somebody up when they're sleepwalking, they can kill you. Like, or something happened to them. You ever heard this? Don't be waking up nobody that's sleepwalking. Like they're going, you know, you wake them up, they're going, hiya, you know. do a spin kick and kick your head off your shoulders. I don't know what something's supposed to happen. Like bottle rocks. Don't drink the rocks. Put the bottle rockets things. The pop rocks. Don't put the pop rocks in the Coke or something and drink it. Something. There's a lot of stuff like that. Don't hold your breath or someone hold your chest. Now, I know that's bad. I remember passing out when I was like 10. We did that in the hallway. And it was a brick hallway. I remember that joint. Waking up like, But those people are living their dream, and they're living in their dream right now. They don't want you interrupting their dream with reality checks. And I'm like, you know what, man? Well, man, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're going overboard with this. Maybe all the facts in the world ain't got nothing to do with how people feel, how they feel right now. It just giving us all a place to land, because I know this thing is not going, I can tell, it's not going to end well. I mean, I was listening to somebody with a theory about this whole thing. They were like, they tried to take Trump out, and when that didn't work, then they took out Biden. I don't know. But that's a scary thought, man, that it could be orchestrated like that. But I don't know, man. Who knows? Dr. Umar, they said, Dr. Umar, what do you think about Joe Biden dropping out? He said, I don't care about that. What you need to know, brother, what you need to know, brother is that there are real people behind the scenes that run the country. And it's not the Republicans, it's not the Democrats, it's not Congress. These are the front-facing faces of the government. These people do not run the government. There are three groups: the CIA, the NSA, and the Bilderbergs. I'm like, dog, you don't want to answer the question, do you? Yeah, you're probably right. You don't want to answer this shit. You don't want to choose between Kamala and Joe and Trump. Alex Jones like a mug. But I don't know, man. People give Dr. Umar a hard time, man. He living his dream. How do you know it's going to take off? Do some stuff against the wall 25 years ago or so, and it's stuck. Who knew black people were going to take to that like a moth to a flame? Be able to ride that damn horse for 25 years. No real job or nothing. King of Pan-Africanism. Hotep Jesus. Really? So yeah, man, I mean, the reason why I'm really talking like this, I guess, is that I see a lot of division coming right now. And I know people say that all the time. Hey, man, America's so divided, it's so divided, blah, blah, blah. Nah, man, it's about to really get effed up because they're about to go thermonuclear on Kamala's ass. Hard. Y'all hear me? This is about to get really ugly. And they got to really make some serious choices about what's important, man. Y'all hear me? Torin, you hear me, yo? You hear what I'm talking about, Torin Walker? We got to be very serious, be very decisive here, because these Republicans ain't gonna play. They already saying DEI higher, DEI higher, DEI higher. I'm like, hey, I said she was whack. I didn't say she was DEI higher. And you said like they use everybody else. What was Biden? Ageism higher? It was like, hey, man, stop saying that so loud, man. That's disrespectful. DEI higher, DEI higher. Can't let her run the country. It's gonna crash the country into the ground, just like, Kobe's pilot. What? I feel unsafe when I get on the plane and I see a black pilot. What? Man, that's disrespectful, man. So what, she was with Willie Brown, man? Uh-oh, Biden supporter on the plantation. Nah, just saying that's a little much, right? Well, Tim, you got to be either in and out. Got to be down and not down, brother. We going for broke. Trump got to win. I'm like, well, y'all can't be saying no bullshit like that, man. I said did the firefighter thing. She did the prison, with the prisoners, and she did the thing with the One West Bank. She didn't prosecute dude when she defrauded a lot of black people out of their homes with them subprime mortgages. Twisted and took and foreclosed illegally foreclosed on homes illegally, and she wouldn't go after the guy who did it, but she wouldn't let out people with simple possession of marijuana. But she would not prosecute him, and just so happens she took money from his wife on her campaign. We don't care, Tim. D.I. hire. Did you hear what they said about her? You can't stand behind that. You can't, nah. You gonna be with them, huh? That's what it is, huh? You with them, huh? No, I'm just telling you what happened, dog. Why I gotta be with them? Because you talking about her. So if you talking about her, you must be Ben Shapiro. You must be Glenn Beck. You must be Candace Owens. Well, last time I checked, Candace Owens was welcome to the cookout. Everybody that brought her on the show, people doing videos with her in the thumbnails, everything's forgiven because everybody's corrupt. They just want money. They talk shit, but they just want money. There is no ethics whatsoever. She hasn't even had to apologize for anything. Nothing. It's all good. Well, it's different, Tim. You different and you can't do that. Do what? Tell you the truth about Kamala Harris? I told you the truth about Joe Biden and Hillary. There's a big difference between Kamala Harris. Big difference. And besides, Tim, we don't care. We're in our dream. Are you going to be the nightmare to the dream? Or you want to have a sweet dream? Go ahead, crack the window. Cut the air up or something. So yeah, man, I realized that we're in the dream of this. These people are living a dream right now. I'm gonna let them live their dream. I'm not saying we stop telling the truth, but we just recognize, just like take a beat and recognize that. Because once we get on the other side, it's not like it's amazing. Irony, it's not like what's amazing. It's not like what's behind door number 2 is amazing. It's not like Trump is like, ooh, yay, this is great. Trump. Nah, that's no, yeah. It's not like I can push them to anything. It's not like I can push them to utopia. I'm just pushing them away from something like, no, not Kamala. No, she's bad. Go away. Shoo. Save yourself. Run for the hills. No, it's not good. Like, where are we going? We can't go to, you're not saying go to Trump, are you? No. Then what are you saying, Tim Black? Go to Cornel West. Who? Everybody started sounding like owls. Who? I'm like, well, he's going to be on the show Wednesday. We'll talk about it. He is going to be on the show Wednesday. Man, it's not really fair to bring up that we had our dream already, right, with Obama, because we didn't know the dream was a nightmare. Like, he'd only been like a politician for 2 seconds. He was brand new. We had no idea who he was. He just sounded like he was going to do stuff. He said he was going to do stuff. I remember saying, I was working off there in the streets of Chicago with those kids. I was in the streets of Chicago. You were sitting on the board of Walmart. Well, I was out there helping those kids. I was an activist. Yeah, I worked for Acorn too when I was in my teens, my late teens. Fight against redlining. That's what I was doing. I don't know what he was doing. In D.C. Trying to clean up illegal dumping in the neighborhoods. There's a lot of that shit, man. A lot of those businesses don't want to pay for trash pickup. They just dump their stuff in the hood at night after the shop closed. They just run through the hood and just dump it in the alleys. I don't know if they still do that, but that's what they used to do before gentrification. But that's what Obama said he was doing. I was like, oh man, that's all right. I'll relate to that. I did the same job. I was a community organizer and activist too. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. That's all right. But we didn't know about him. Hindsight's 2020. But we knew by 2012, it's like, hey, were you going to do anything for black people? He said, pull your pants up, Pookie. I said, huh? No, I mean, I don't need fashion help. I mean, what are you going to do to help black people? He said, oh, come on, stop complaining. Put your pants up. Put on your walking shoes. Let's get to work. Huh? He didn't say that to LGBTQ people. You didn't say put your shoes on and go do yard work. You said, I got you. You didn't do that to the dreamers. You didn't say, put your pants up, you said, okay, come on, dream. You gave the dreamers a dream. I'm saying, help us get the dream. He said, oh, can't listen to this. I'm not the president. Come on, Blackie. I'm not you blacks are you're the worst. Blacks are the worst, especially the guys. You're an asshole, just like Kanye. The president of America, not president of Black America, okay? Let's get this clear. I'm in there, okay? Okay? Don't let the door hit you in the ass, Jerome. Dante. Yeah, until a black kid got shot and he was going down in the polls, he was like, Trayvon Martin could have been my son. So we got the benefit of hindsight. We saw that happen. Black women were right there. They saw it happen too. And they're going to let it happen again, and they're just going to walk right into it, just walk right into it. It's like that movie, the movie when no one can talk. It's like Silence. You know what I'm saying? I forget what it is. The Hush. No, it's not Hush. It's a Netflix movie. The Birdcage. Yeah, it's the Birdcage or something, because the bird could tell there's evil. And people are just doing random shit because they saw something. And I don't know what they saw. They saw something, then they do something. Like one lady saw something and steps right into the oncoming train of oncoming traffic. Just looks at her sister, looks at the thing, looks at her sister, and just steps right into the front of a Mack truck, a bus or something. Like, my God. That's what they're doing. I saw another scene, the woman looks at the thing, tries to help a woman, looks at the thing, whatever the thing is. I guess now it must be Kamala or a picture of a Kamala or Obama. That's what it is. Maybe a picture of Hillary. I don't know, something DNC related. And you know, a donkey. Yeah, a donkey. And then she gets into a car that's on fire and closes the door. I don't know what kind of dream that is. That's a nightmare and a half, but that's what they're doing. If you want to say, hey, yo, and it's like they can't hear you, they're just, they saw the thing and that's it. They're done. That's it. So I don't know if these people can be saved. But I know $80 million is a whole lot of money to raise in 24 hours. And I know there's more to it than that. I'm not saying that means Kamala's going to win. I mean, it looks like she's going to win the nomination. I wasn't so sure about that. I thought maybe Obama had other devices in mind. But I guess he doesn't want to seem like he had anything to do with anything. him and Michelle don't want to look like they had anything to do with it. You know, because that would be improper. So we'll just send out Hillary and Bill and Schumer and Pelosi and everybody else with a D in their name. And all I'm saying, it's about to get very dirty, very chippy real quick. It's going to split up households. It's going to definitely split up households. And it ain't all Kamala's fault. Yeah, she's going to play the woman angle hard. Hillary did that. People say, oh, Hillary's slogan was better together. No, it was, I'm with her. It was like that for a long time. They tried to switch it in the end. It was way too late by then. Way too late. You think that's bad? You thought I'm with her was stupid? What is it with a black woman? It's like win with a black woman. It's crazy. We got a party that says America's very racist. They keep saying how racist America is, and then you make your slogan about black women. Maybe she won't. Maybe that's just the organization that was on the call. Win with black women. That sounds great. That sounds like a great thing to do, you know? this is the Tim Black Show. Of course, I think it's a great thing to do. But you are in the box. So how you going to win like that in America? I'm not trying to win America. I'm not trying, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, trying to get, trying to do a show. Got to pick who you're talking to. Got to pick a persona, way and represent yourself. Pick a name for the show. I guess I could have just called it Politics is Crazy. So I don't know, guys. I'm just saying we gotta recognize what's happening because it's gonna be very unpalatable in a minute. It's gonna get very dicey. People are gonna be sleeping on the couch, and some people are gonna be sleeping outside, and some people are gonna be sleeping one eye open. Because it's gonna be people at each other's throats, over this. And Karma's gonna lean into all black women and we this and we that and we built America and that's black women when we were, slaves and all this. And the whole time I'm just gonna be mad the whole damn time. It's gonna, your people not from that. And black people be like, so what? She brown. And so what? You shut up. Stop telling us stuff we know that we don't want to think about. You must be a Trumper. Because you either with us or you with them. That's it. You don't get to be right or wrong. Well, sometimes people can be right or wrong regardless of what side they're on, right? If someone's got a watch on and it's broke, but if it's got the right time, at one point in time, it will have the right time. It does not mean I want to wear their watch. It doesn't mean I like the songs they listen to or none of that. It doesn't mean we got anything else in common except they're right about the time when I asked them what time it was. That's a lot of talking, Tim. Are you in or are you out? So that's the dream. You gotta recognize that people are living their dreams. You're throwing cold water on the dream, Tim. You're throwing cold water on the dream. I did not anticipate this. I did not expect this to happen. I expected Biden to get beat like a rug. I ain't expect him to drop out like while he's still in office. Kind of still be the president, but he's unfit to be president while he's still president. And even to say that, they're saying now, someone on TikTok said, that's a Republican talking point. No, that's what happened. Isn't that why he left? He left because he can't, right? Right? Oh, he's left because he doesn't want to. Why'd he leave again? Because I'm kind of fuzzy. Y'all said Trump is faking. Is Biden faking? Is Kamala Jamaican? What you talking about, Willis? I don't understand. I don't get it. Somebody tell me what's right. Not what's right, but what the rules are. What's the agreed upon narratives for each person? Then if we agree upon that, then can I critique? Because people working with different sheets of paper. We all got different music for some reason. I thought we was looking at people's records and then we determine by their records what they'll do. Last time I checked, though people are throwing money at Kamala, she ain't come up with a single policy that she wants to implement. She doesn't even did she have a stump speech? What'd she say? What'd she actually say? Did she say anything except send money? Damn, it's that easy? Man, I picked the wrong business. I could have been a hack. I could have been Donna Brazile. I could be Roland Martin. Why not? He's a millionaire. Why can't I be Roland? Roland's doing really well. His AC works all the time. I bet you his AC wasn't out for 2 weeks. Quit. Damn near pneumonia sitting under a fan. Being a truth teller. I don't feel sorry for me. Some people live outside. That's real talk too. It's real fucking talk. I'm just saying, this is reality of it. I wasn't living a dream at all. Not living a dream at all. This is not a dream. This is real right here. But doing this business is a dream. But I'm telling you, man, I just want to know what the rules are. I want to know, like, what we're going to agree is real. Is it real that Obama was the deporter in chief? And why is it okay for him to be the deporter in chief and still be the most popular Democratic person? Still run the party. That's his party. But then when I say, hey, this immigration thing is hurting black people, people say, well, that's replacement theory by Republicans. You're just parroting talking points. I'm like, nah, I looked at this report, that report, this study. When the immigration ramped up, mass incarceration ramped up for black people, for black men specifically. We got pushed out of industries. You don't care about us too? Why am I evil for caring about us? You caring about somebody, right? You caring about them, right? I'm caring about us. Why am I evil? Are you evil for caring about them? Why is it the people that care about black people are always evil people? I'm trying to understand. Can we agree on some narratives here? Can we agree on what? So what am I allowed to talk about? That's, that we agree is facts. Anything? But they're living in their dream. Their dream is to come to America. And people have a dream of having someone work really hard for less than $6 an hour. Or whatever crazy low wage they want to pay people. That's what some corporations have that dream. To get the lowest paid workers they can and underpay them and not have to go by certain guidelines and make a lot more profits and raise their prices quarter over quarter without increasing service or anything, bettering the product or nothing. Just keep perpetually raising prices and raising prices just because, hey, it's that quarter, raise prices. But profits or revenue, salaries didn't go up, wages didn't go up. That's what happens. Common didn't have, I haven't heard. Now, if Common had a fantastic plan about that, I'm not saying I would vote for it, but that would be better than people just threw their purses open because she said she was running. She didn't even have to say she was going to do anything. She didn't even have to say what it was going to be for. She just said, hey, I'm in this. That's it. I know it's just like this. I don't know. Like I said, I'm living in somebody else's dream, so I guess I'm not privy to the dream. But that's what happened from what I can see. And people are what? And like I said, it's very difficult because the heinous shit that they're going to be saying, it's already starting. But the heinous shit that they're going to be saying is going to make it very uncomfortable to be critical of her because your voice is going to blend in with people saying some vile racist shit. It's all got racial undertones. She did go to school. She is a lawyer. She has had these positions, right? She did have them. I mean, she was with Billy Brown. You know what I'm saying? But George W. Bush was with his dad, H.W. Anybody think he actually would be a president if he wasn't born into that family? I mean, there's a lot of advantages been around this motherfucker. That's all I'm trying to say. She ain't the only person that's had an advantage. I'm just saying, keeping it real for a second. Like, in another way, it's on the other side. To just give you a little peek back over here, just remind you, there's other shit too. There's other things that are not right. I mean, would we even know who Hillary Clinton was if it wasn't for Bill? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really. Nice lady, I guess, if you really know her. When I was a contractor at HUD, people were saying, like, I met her and I thought she was a nice lady. I never met her. That's what I was told. But she couldn't be that. Being nice has nothing to do with being effective or being smart or being whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But like I said, it doesn't matter because you interrupted someone's dream and they're sleeping, Tim, and they're enjoying the dream and it looks good to them. And last thing you want to do when you're dreaming is wake up and not have the money that you thought you were going to have in the dream. It's happened to everyone, I'm sure. It's happened to me so many times. Sometimes I'm just like, man, you know what? I don't want to wake up no more. I mean, I know that's a horrible thing to say, but I'm just saying, like, I want to stop dreaming about money. If I'm going to have all this money, then I got to wake up broke? Can I just go back and get the money? I know I put it there under the thing. Oh, man, that wasn't real. I knew something was wrong with 50 Cent. Was at my birthday party chilling and shit. I knew that wasn't real. When did I meet Chris Rock anyway? Imagine him up there telling people, this is my man Chris, man. I should have known I was dreaming, man. But that's how arrogant I was in my dream. Like, this is my man Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? My friends was like, damn. You know Chris Rock? Like, yeah, man, I know everybody, man. Doing handshakes and shit. So yeah, man, do what you're gonna do, man. I'm saying we're gonna tell the truth. We're gonna tell the truth around here, man. That's why I take a little break, pull up for a minute, remind everybody, man, things are about to get really toxic. And I know America's always been divided. I tell people, this ain't the most divided it's ever been. It used to be a country where there were separate bathrooms for everyone. Now it's like you're in a bathroom. Everybody go to the same bathroom. But no, we used to have separate bathrooms for blacks and whites. So don't tell me this is the most divided we've ever been. It was that way for a very long time. In fact, America was more segregated than it's been together. We were more apart longer than we've been desegregated. You know, my parents grew up under segregation. And I couldn't understand, like, Dad, you sure are pessimistic, Dad. He's like, what? Nothing. You need to pessimistic. You take this trash out and you're going to wash the dishes, son. Son, are you going to wash the dishes? Don't make me have to tell you again to wash the dishes. And do something with this room. Look like something hit it. Then I got to be, I didn't dawn on me the gift I was giving. That I was given this gift of living in a world where I could dream. Dreams that they didn't have. When I said I wanted to be a writer, my dad's jaw hit the table. You need to learn to do a trade. Them white people ain't gonna let you write? What? Write? Come on, Moose, let him write. My baby can be president. Ain't that right, Timmy? Yeah, Ma, I can be president. So yeah, man, let the people have their dreams. Let them have their dreams. That's what they're going through right now. Maybe something will happen. I'm hoping that along this way, the people that are dreaming really hard right now, they're sleeping really loudly, they're very soundly sleeping. They're just getting into it, man. It feels good to them. I'm hoping we don't have to wait too long. Maybe something will come out that'll snap them out of the dream, because I believe this is an opportunity to put the Democratic Party down. When I say put it down, I mean put it to sleep. Get rid of the Democratic Party. I don't think we're ever going to be done right in this country at all until we get rid of the Democratic Party. It has lied and manipulated my people so long, it just throws everything out of whack. It does. They could just bet on black people going to turn out. Somebody was saying, hey, man, I think that this whole thing was all a setup that Joe was always going to drop out, and he just wanted to set him up. And he's like, what was it? Uncle Luke said, the Democrats are playing chess while the Republicans are playing checkers. I was like, word. That's what that was? What about the gunshot? Was that checkers or chess? Which one was that? Oh, that was bullets. That's what that was. I don't know how that plays into it. That guy, that kid was a Republican too. At 20? Really? I mean, I had to register when I was 18 because of the draft shit, selective service, but it didn't really matter. Like I wasn't into politics at all. So just didn't want to go to jail. And I wanted to get my license. So that's something you got to do. But nah, man, just know that people got a little dream, man. They got a little dream. You got a little dream. They gotta feel like they're living a dream. They want to live the dream. They're in a dream, and let them dream. And you're interrupting their dream. And they gotta wake up. And you might not be able to wake everybody up. And look, I'm sorry if I'm pissing off people that are dreaming. Look, come back when you're finished, because I can't stop saying the truth. It is what it is. That doesn't mean I like this shit that's coming out of Trump's mouth. It's just, I just really have a problem with the Democratic Party. Just really do. You know, and I have a problem with people that lie. You know? I mean, it's okay. All these people, it's okay if you get in a bag from Kamala. You get a bag from the DNC. And there's going to be a lot of bags handed out. They've been handing them out this whole time. It's been a lot of bags been passed around. No one tells you, I got a bag. I got this. I got this opportunity. No one tells you. They only hit you when they need your help. They don't hit you when they're doing well. That's what real friends do. These are not real friends. These are just people that tell you when they need shit. When they want some shit from you, that's when they hit you to tell you updates. But see how you doing to see if they got to ask something of you. But when they're doing well, you ain't going to hear from their ass. So what I'm trying to tell you is that all these people that have been very happy, anybody you see very happy, I've been seeing people lit up like smiling so hard their face is going to cave. It just, Kamala! Did you see Joy Reid's face when she was reporting on this issue? Her and Jen Psaki were like, it's like, my God, it was almost scary. Thought I was watching something out of Hellraiser. Kind of scary stuff going on here, man. She was glowing. Joy, I saw Joy blush. And it wasn't the makeup either. She actually blushed. Went really well with the blonde hair. But anybody that's really happy, really excited, if D.L. Hughley, if he comes out skipping and doing it, you know, just jumping up and down and shit, you know what happened, man. Trying to get that paper, man. I'm wondering if D.L. Hughley had a little something going on with Kamala over there in Cali. If he been watching her for 20 years, like, one of these days, I would like, yeah, I like to talk to you. So I think a situation would lead me to spend a little bit of time to understand, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm just saying, you know, we have a little conversation about things, you know, perpetuity, the objectivity of the disseminating of facts. Is leave us to our own devices that we might have to, you know, get together. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Doug. Second man. Who's the second man? You know, second man. I'll be your second man. Something's going on there, man. But also there's definitely a money component to this. Be very clear, man. D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, the whole crew, Ola Martin, all these guys, these Bakari Sellers, all of them, man. Lisa J, Ray, what are, you know what I'm talking about? Tiffany Cross is like, oh, Hercules, on my way back, y'all. I'm on my way back. All these people, they're very excited. You look at them, this excited, and they're in their dream right now. They're in their dream. Maybe they want to move to D.C. Remember, Kamala Harris could, if she can win this, then they're looking at 2 terms, man. People start picking out homes in Georgetown, put their kids in Georgetown Day School, one of these academies, maybe go to the same school. They got kids that want to do acting. Oh, Dave Chappelle went to the school of the art school here. Oh, what? You can do that. What? I was thinking about running away, Mom, but now I think I'm going to stay home. You gonna work for Kamala? These are real conversations. I know they're going on. They're going all the time here in D.C. This is what happens, man. Oh, man, there's an influx of people that come and move to D.C. Woo. But right along with all the sadness that people feel about what's happening, or all the happiness, I should say, all the happiness and sadness, like AOC. AOC is on self-termination watch. She's on self-termination watch. I'm trying to tell you, man, AOC, I think she was giving Joe Biden sponge baths. That's what I think. I think it's giving Joe Biden sponge baths. Playing a little salsa music. Give her sponge baths. He's the one back Nancy Pelosi all the way up off her ass. And that's why she was up here blowing the whistle. Did you see her? She was blowing the whistle like, the reason why they don't want Joe Biden to win is because I've been in these rooms. I'm sure you have. I've been in these rooms where they were talking about Joe because they want to stop Joe. And they can't stop Joseph. They can't stop Joe. They can't do it. It's against him. How well you know Joe? Is Joe your Willie Brown? What do we really know about you, AOC? I'm just saying, man, it seems like something's going on, man. Like, really, like more. You already in Congress. You just blew out your competition. You are straight. Why is she so adamant? Why are you so defiant? Like, you don't do that with our issues. You're not fighting for the people in the same type of way you fight for Joe Biden to stay in office. What the hell is going on with you? Well, what did he promise you? What, did he have a deal with you? Do tell. Do tell. That's when you wish you was like, and I know it's going to sound wrong. I know I shouldn't say it. You wish you was like someone's gay friend, because they tell gay friends everything. At least in the movies they do. Just be like, tell me the truth. What's going on with y'all two? What's up? Don't tell me that. Tell me the truth. What's going on? You two? What's happening? They always seem like they can get information out of each other. Gay guys can get straight women to tell them anything. Straight guys can't get women to tell them nothing. I can't even ask my wife, how you feeling today? Fine. Why are your fists balled up? Shit. So there are a lot of people living in a dream, in a happy dream. Some people live in a sad dream. And it's all around this Kamala Harris Biden shit. And that's going to remind everybody, this is where we are, and it's going to be this way for a while. It's going to get really toxic. And I want you to know, if you're watching this and you watch another content creator and they have the guts, they have the courage to speak truth to power, to call Kamala out, and they also say, hey, yeah, Trump's a liar. Thing about Trump lying is he don't care, man. And you know what? No one in the audience believes him. Then no one believes his stories. When he says, we have the best economy in the history of man, no one's like, wow. I mean, there are a couple of people that dated their sister. They came from unholy unions. When the family tree go that way, there's a couple people in the crowd that may believe that. Like, really? Wow. So Trump's God. Like, they're dummies, but most people are just like, that Trump's crazy, man. I love that guy, man. He's funny. He is a comedian, politician, businessman. So all the fact checks in the world don't mean shit. Because it's like he's Charleston White. Trump is Charleston White, man. Charleston White says, hey, I'm playing a character. I'm not real. This is a pretend. No. Especially when they pulled the guns on him about the shooters. You saw him in the barbershop? Barbershop slapped him with the gun. Bam! He's like, oh, shit. The guy, the dude, a real killer that he was talking mess to online. One of them rapper dudes hit him in the head with a gun, I think it was. Pistol whipped him in front of everybody. Charleston jumped up and grabbed the broom. Like, what you gonna do? Sweep away the bullets? Then his wife showed up for some reason. Anyway, the point is, guys, yeah, if you know a content creator, that has the guts, the courage, the ethics to call this shit out, okay? They call out Kamala and they're willing to say, hey, Trump is full of shit. But the fact he went up against the whole Republican Party, some people like that because they can't stand the Republican Party. There are a lot of people that can't, just like I can't stand Democrats, they can't stand the Republican Party. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but Trump beat the Republican Party 3 elections in a row. Their base is riding hard as hell for that guy. That doesn't mean he's not full of shit. And when he starts saying a little racist shit, they got to call that out too. So you got to be willing to do that. It takes courage to do that because you done built up an audience going this way. But then when time comes, you got to be like, hey, well, you know, nah, man, Denzel Washington's not a DEI hire, motherfucker. Nah, no. Drake did not invent hip hop. No. Eminem is not the best rapper. Okay. He's made a lot of money. Making most money is not best. He's good. Lord Jamar, talk to him. Shit. Talk to him, Lord Jamar. You and Tariq, talk to him. Point is, if you know somebody like that, man, give him some love. Give him some love, man. Support him. And I'm being honest as hell, man. If you know somebody's willing to do that, because we're going to go through it. Truth tellers that are willing to do both. Not just one. You can't just call out Democrats. You got to be able to say, hey, man, the hell with Chuck Schumer. But you also got to be able to say, the hell with Mitch McConnell. You got to be willing to call out all the Republicans the same way. And when they go over the line, when they start saying that DEI shit and all that other shit they're going to be saying, you got to be able to call that out too and say that's garbage. Stick to the issues. Kamala, what's the policy? Where the policy at? If they can do that, they can be focused like that, support the hell out of those people. Because they are living their dream right there. That's their dream. Because there's no reason to do that shit unless it's your dream. And right now, I guess I'm living mine. Thank y'all guys for tuning in to the Tim Black Show. Yeah, we do this every day, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hit like before you leave. Hit like before you leave and hit subscribe and turn on your notifications. That's a lot of things to do. If you can only do one of them, subscribe. If you're too lazy, you can only do one thing because you got to go. You got food to take off the stove, or you got to give somebody a sponge bath, or whatever you got going on. Just subscribe and turn on notifications. That's more important. I have somebody break into your account and hit like for me. Deal? I got hackers. We're gonna hack you, break into your accounts, and make all your timelines say Tim Black. We're gonna do. Yeah, man. We good. We good here. Don't just be patient with one another. That's all I'm saying. Be patient with people, man. They are actually living a dream right now. And I think we got to be a little. I'm not trying to pander. I'm just saying, just recognize where people are at the moment. It just happened. Let it settle in. Let it settle in. Let it settle in. And we start saying, hey, remember that time when we start talking about that young man who she wanted on death row or something. What's this guy? She wanted him in jail for the rest of his life. Turned out he was innocent, got released, and she still wanted him in jail with show up, lock him up, and he was innocent or something. Amy Klobuchar did the same thing, and we destroyed her career. Amy Klobuchar, we don't even hear from her anymore. But that's because Amy Klobuchar's white lady. Somehow, some reason, the sister girls are getting behind that shit. But Kamala did kind of the same thing. I'm gonna cover that later this week. And maybe then people be a little bit more open to it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? All right, once again, Tim Black, Tim at TimBlackTV.com. Send your story ideas to Tim at TimBlackTV.com. If I could get to him, I will get to him. I am going to talk about that sister who got shot in the house, got shot in the face by the cops. We're going to talk about that anyway. They ain't got nothing to do with Kamala, got nothing to do with Trump, but it's got everything to do with America. We're going to talk about that. He got charged, and that's a good thing. Benjamin Crump can't talk, but he's going to get that. He's going to get that. He's going to get that paper. I want more than just the family to get paid. I want his ass in jail. Somebody got a bowl of grits on the stove, and you 10 feet away, there ain't no reason for you to shoot him in the face. So we got to talk about it. I think her name is Sonia, right? Sonia something, I think it is. I saw it today. It bothered the hell out of me. I saw the body cam footage. He told the other cop, don't even go get help. It's a headshot. What you going to get? What's it to get? Called a meat wagon, dude. I shot her in the face. He says that. It's like, oh my God, really? Yeah, man. Man, gosh, man, I wish I didn't have to do it. So yeah, man, things are bad. There's other things going on besides Trump and Kamala. Crazy, right? All right, that's good. That's good, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Buck, for moderating if you're still there. I don't know who's here, man, but it's been a hell of a show tonight, man. Thank you, guys. Oh, my bad. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. That's what I used to always say. I usually say it. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. Just know their job is to take cornbread. Your job is to keep your cornbread, just like the movie. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. If you let them take your cornbread, you ain't black. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. This show is not about programming you. It's not about changing your opinion. It's about giving you something to think about. You got to make up your own mind. This ain't propaganda. This is information. I love you. I'll see y'all next time. Booyah. The Tim Black Wolfpack. We started back in 2014. Folks on the online community wanted to come together to fight back against the garbage that goes on in D.C. We couldn't stand the politics, so we wanted to do something about it. Didn't know what, but we knew we needed to do something. It hasn't gotten better, it's gotten worse. It's time to ride again. Join us. Wolfpack.